request has been sent, and we're going to jump into Nagrand Arena here. I'll see you guys in just one hot minute. Alright, welcome to Nagrand Arena. Is that Rainbow Mez? Is that the Rainbow? Oh, it's Rain Bro Mez. They got me with that, man. So we have spells and stuff on that RMP versus Block on that God Comp. Alright. So
yep.
It's not a Holy Pally God Comp. It's an old school God Comp.
I think this RMP is probably going to be looking to open on Kelnad as fast as possible. They're going to hopefully get off a sap. It's going to be up to Rainbow Mez and Kelnad to try and knock them out. If they can deny that opener, it'll be a nice little advantage for them. As you can see him spamming out that Blizzard right away. Grailed actually getting that sap on a Rainbow Mez right away. And free Cremate actually pops Icy Veins, the Adrenaline Rush coming out of Grailed right now. And Clannad just taking it really hard right now. Down to 47% HP. Through Ironbark, he might just die. This might be his disperse. May 12 actually going to get out of that full Ring of Frost. Throw the NS onto him, but Clannad's still in a lot of trouble. Down to 50% HP. Gets the disperse off at 6% HP. May 12 getting caught in that blinds. He's going to decide to trinket that immediately. Meanwhile, free Cremate is taking a little bit of damage to Paint Step coming out of Rapids. He's going to be able to prevent that damage and top him off. And Clannad's still on the back foot. May 12 doing everything he can to keep him up right now, but he's caught into that full deep freeze. He has no trinket available. Clannad trinketing. The killing spree coming out though. So much damage coming in. That is the full sheep on the May 12. It broke somehow. I'm not sure. He got out of that sheep. Got a few hots on a Clannad, but he's still sheeped. So much CC coming in. Clannad down to 20% HP. Desperately trying to survive. Free Cremate is actually taking a lot of damage too at 50% HP. May 12 might be able to recover here. The Ironbark just coming up now. He might want to use that to try to top him off. But this God Comp has nothing left.
That was a really scary moment there for the Shadow Priest on block. But now free Cremate is now taking a lot of damage as Rapids LOL is caught into that Polymorph, and somehow block has stabilized for now. They have defensive cooldowns if need be. But there's the DR Kidney on to Clannad, the Shadow Priest. She's trying to get an MD off to get his Druid out of that Polymorph. He does not have Disperse available to him, dipping down to 20% health here. May 12 is going to come out of that CC and Nature Swiftness, but he's still in a lot of trouble at 35% health here. A DR Polymorph is going to catch him out of form once again, and Clannad is still dipping lower and lower, trying to get out of line of sight of all the damage coming in, but now they're switching it over on to free Cremate, but it doesn't matter. He will go down. And spells and stuff, the RMP seem like they looked very dominant that game. They got just about every defensive button between the Druid and the Shadow Priest in the opener.
Yep, call the ambulance. Clannad's gonna need it.
There it is, guys. There it is.
May 12 just having such a hard time dealing with all that incoming CC. He actually spent 46 seconds of that game in CC, which is around half of the game.
Yeah, that's crazy, huh? Alright, so that being said, we're going to get in contact with these teams, Spells and Stuff and Block. Now, Spells and Stuff are the winner of that match, so they actually have to announce preemptively what composition they'll be playing to the losing team, and then the losing team has if they have the option to change composition to try to gain an advantage. And then the losing team also then has to choose the map, and then we'll jump into game number 2 of this best of 3 series between these two teams. Alright, looks like Spells and Stuff will be playing the same composition.
Makes sense. I actually don't think these teams have signed up as anything else besides just their 2 main comps.
Yeah, I don't think so as well.
We're going to be saying another one of these matchups coming up here very shortly. I don't know what map pick this God Comp could run that really benefits them too much. Maybe a map like Blade's Edge. It's going to be hard for the Priest to really avoid incoming CC. He can pull back to his Druid, force the Priest of the RMP to actually run in if he wants to get CC'd, and he can get fears on him that way, potentially. I think God Comp is really strong on that map, Blade's Edge.
Yeah, I don't know. They definitely need to change something up. It looked like spells and stuff just got every defensive cooldown out of them instantly, which is something that they really need to avoid. They need to kind of drag out those defensive cooldowns, I think, if they wanted to continue on. Like last game, they stabilized finally, but as the setups came off a cooldown from the RMP, the reset up, they just didn't have any buttons for it.
Yeah.
Fact, Michelangelo modeled David after Venriki's BlizzCon pick. Twitch chat, I love you guys. Just waiting on team Block to choose their map, and we'll jump into the next game. Alright, the next map that's going to be chosen by them is going to be Dalaran Sewers. So here we go. Jumping back into the action, guys. Having issues here. Wargame request has been sent out between these two teams. We will jump into game number 2 here. That will be played out on Dalaran Sewers. Just a reminder, everybody, there isn't tournament gear requirement anymore. I mean, it's still allowed, but basically PvE gear isn't allowed. But the requirement for tournament gear is not going to be enforced until 6.2. And here we go, guys. We're going to jump into the second game of this best of 3 series on Dalaran Sewers. Alright, welcome to Dalaran Sewers. Once again, both teams are playing the same composition. We have the God Comp versus the RMP. Spells and stuff running this RMP looked very, very confident the last game, as they forced just about every button from block, Nature Swiftness, Ironbark, Trinket, and Dispersion very, very early on. But can they do it again now that block kind of is anticipating it? And here we go, the gates have opened.
Yeah, I'd like to see Claynet actually trinket the first stun on himself and try to shut down the CC of free cremate if he can. He's going to get opened up onto, more than likely. Actually getting a pre-Ironbark by May 12 there. May 12 caught into the full deep freeze, now into the full Ring of Frost. Doing a good job stopping some of that initial damage, pre-Snaring Ward and Ironbarking all of this. So Claynet looks like he's going to be fine. May 12 caught into the DR sheep at the moment. That was the Adrenaline Rush as well as the Icy Veins coming out of spells and stuff. But Claynet now, as soon as the Ironbark fades, in a lot of trouble. May 12 going to pop that Nature's Vigil. 3 Trents are out. He's going to be able to top him off. And May 12 did an excellent job denying this RMP's opener. Now Free Cremate is the one in trouble. Rapid throwing that paint suppression onto him. Does have that power fusion up as well. He's going to be able to top him off. If we look, Claynet did use his trinket there, so that was well done by him. May 12 still has his trinket. No NS available, but he will be able to get out of this polymorph that he's caught into if he needs to. Claynet taking a lot of damage, but it doesn't look like there's going to be too much follow-up CC on a May 12. He's going to have to disperse anyways. May 12 caught into the full blind. He's going to choose to trinket that. He needs to top off Claynet so they can get aggressive. He's trying to push in for that fear, but Rapid doing an excellent job running away, denying him that CC.
Yeah, the stun. Oh, there's the bomb onto Claynet. He does not have a trinket for that or disperse, so May 12 is going to have to displace into that and Ironbark his Shadow Priest. But this team is running with fumes. May 12 only has a Nature Swiftness left, and Claynet is in a lot of trouble still. The ring is going to land into a sap onto May 12, and that surely means the end for Claynet. And Claynet will go down, and spells and stuff are going to take this game 2-0, and the RMP will advance in tournament number 18. Shutout goes to Block, as this was their very first ever GCD tournament, so it is a nerve-wracking thing to come out here and to compete with some of the players in here. So I hope to see them again, regardless.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, we got a $5 donation from X Omega, and